Hi Aries, it's Meg with Padmes, and I am doing your energy check for the very end of September, beginning of October. We're calling in our angels and guides with the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And I'm going to take a look at this. The Ten of Swords reversed. There's a lot of healing that's going on here. I'm going to put it back in, but we're going to keep that in mind, okay? We're going to do the Old Wise Tree spread, do some clarifying, see some energy that you don't see coming for the next couple weeks or next week or couple weeks. And I've pre-shuffled these. There we go. I just wanted to get our energy back into there. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on. I love it. Okay. All right. There's some good things and there's some challenging things. Let's take a look at this. First of all, what I'm noticing is the big picture. The big picture is the Magician. This is about you bringing what you got. I even feel like somebody's saying they're calling in the big dogs or something like that. I feel like there's a lot of alchemizing happening here. I feel like there's a lot of manifesting happening here. And it's not just manifesting with will and intention. It's actually using, tools. It's like talking to the people you know, using, I'm even hearing somebody is talking about a fort. It's like, and I feel like it's the fort. It's like the sport of protection or something, but it's going to the places that work for you energetically, and it's bringing those all together. You're like making things work for you. That's the first thing that's coming up in your big picture. Anything also that's coming to you that you're not wanting, readjust what you're doing, because you are in this place of all of this motion of being able to move all of this energy and use energy, but use physical things too in order to make things happen. So as soon as you realize things are coming in that I don't want or not exactly the way I want, tweak what you're doing, because you can make this happen at this time. I love it. Okay, I want to look at your heart of the situation is the next thing that I'm seeing. And here is this King of Cups, and then here is this Two of Cups reversed. So there's some kind of connection that, yeah, what I'm hearing is it's not working on full charge. So this is either an ending or it's something that's not quite coming together as you wanted it to. We're going to do some clarifying of that in just a moment. Happening now and into the near future, here you are making a decision to accept an invitation or accept an offer that the universe is giving you. Yeah, and even in the release position, it's like you're choosing one thing over another. You're releasing one thing so that you can take this. It's like you're making room for it. And this thing that you thought that you wanted, you're shifting it. Your energy is shifting so that you might even be wanting something different, even though this was great. It's like you're saying no to one thing so that you can say yes to something else. And here's resistance. I have resistance to not talking to my higher self. So that means the momentum is strong. The momentum is strong when it comes to clicking in with your higher self, listening to your higher guidance, also making rules for yourself, following your own rule book. It's like doing things the way you want to do them, leveling up the commitment to self. I have resistance when I have resistance in basically betraying myself. So this is you coming into your power center and using your energy and your will and your knowledge and your resources to move things into alignment for what it is that you want. Wow. Your advice is the Queen of Swords reversed. Your advice is like, yeah, take a look at some of your intrinsic intentions. They're not lined up with what you want. So figure out what those things are, and we'll clarify all this too. But figure out what those things are. You might already know what they are. It's like, am I running on this program? Am I running on this belief that's not working for me? That's keeping me from the things that I really do want? Because this right here is an opportunity to change that and to flip this back around. So your advice is talking about looking at those programs, coming from a place of, you might have been inspired to do all of this because you felt like something wasn't working in your favor and you were taking it personally. This queen reversed is a pissed off queen. She might be vengeful, or she might be really inspired by someone saying, you can't do that. And it's like, oh yeah, watch me. It's that kind of energy. Your higher self is talking about, first of all, the first thing that I'm hearing is you knew your power from when you were a little kid. You might have even wielded energy in a particular way since you were a little kid. Other people recognized it too. And your angels and guides are talking about your complete focus, your will, your focus. I'm hearing laser approach, which is interesting too. Your laser focus. I want to say too that the reason that this queen is reversed coming from this place, it's because other people are intimidated by you. So it doesn't necessarily mean that, you can be pissed off also, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're coming from a place of, vengeance. It can also mean in this space that other people are intimidated by this power, by this fire. All right, let's look at past, present, future. There's some kind of justice that's happened in the past. Even if it felt like injustice, something happened in the past that got you going. It got you motivated to move forward in a different direction or with a different sense of power than what you were using. There's something that happened that was karmic justice that happened in the past. Present, I'm not completely ready to move away from something just yet. However, I am releasing responsibilities that are not my own. I'm also releasing my hold on what my responsibility is to other people. This is like surrendering to the universe. This is holding on to something still and also surrendering it. So I feel like there's a lot of conflict here with getting clear about something. We're gonna go back and clarify all of this. Your outcome is talking about the 10 of Cups reversed. Don't be afraid of this. This is an ending. This can be an ending to something that you thought that you really wanted that was really wonderful. But for some reason, right now, this card is talking about, I'm complete in a cycle, and now I want to know what's next. What's next? I also feel like there's something that was holding you back. Basically, all these cups were putting out your fire, and your fire has been reignited with this Magician. It's been reignited with this accepting an offer from the universe. Wow, this is interesting. This ending too, possible ending with this King of Cups. This could have been putting your fire out. And now you're like, okay, we're lighting it back up. All right, I want to start clarifying this. Excuse me. Aries, Aries, Aries. This is the deck that was lighting up for your clarifying deck. These cards are all over the place. All right, here we go. I want to clarify, excuse me, this King of Cups and this Two of Cups reversed. This King of Cups, talking about a lot of focus on you, right? And this Nine of Swords. I feel like there's a person that is blaming you for the end of something. They're projecting a lot of stuff onto you, and this is their grief and their upset. So somebody is definitely trying to dump water on your fire here, and they're not necessarily looking at their part in this creation. I want to look at this Magician. This Magician is powerful because he's being discerning. He's saying no and closing the door to some things and opening the door to other things. And I want to know about this offer from the universe. Here's the Seven of Pentacles. This offer from the universe has to do with nurturing. It feels like money, but these are resources, nurturing your resources. The universe is giving you, I even hear somebody like the universe is giving you a second chance to nurture your resources, nurture your money, build something. This does feel like you've been waiting on this for a long time, but there's some kind of new offering that helps you build this. I want to ask more about that. Tell me more. And here's the Queen of Cups reversed. That's so interesting. Okay, so this King of Cups right here, you would be the Queen of Cups reversed. I feel like this is your energy. Gender doesn't matter. But this is you saying, I'm disappointed. I'm not getting what I need. There's something that's not coming to me that I'm asking for in this relationship. And this person is actively trying to kind of blame you or put the attention on you and not like do their part or do their 50% or whatever. And you're like, I'm being drained here. And the universe is offering you some kind of situation so that you can build those resources that you've been drained back up. It's offering you your fire back. Let's take a look at this. I want to know more about your intrinsic intention. Yeah, you've got some program running that's in scarcity. You've got to change that up because that is not you. You are this. You are this fiery queen energy, which means fiery intrinsically. Here's the Six of Cups reversed. I again feel like you are running on some program that came in from your childhood. And I have an idea. I feel like this is a program that came in from your childhood because other people were intimidated by you. So they told you were wrong or you were bad or you weren't concerned with other people's feelings. You were just fiery. You were unruly. They couldn't control you. You have to get rid of that. You have to get rid of that program. You have to recognize what it is and say, wait a second. Not only was that not true in the past, it's not true right now. And I'm going to close the door to it. It's not even mine. It's not even from me. This is going into some deep meditation. This is deep meditation and recuperation. This is a healing space. And I'm clarifying that childhood stuff. Those childhood memories, the things that happened when you were a child, where you picked up that program or those programs. This is going into meditation about it. I want to say this too. I'm hearing also somebody went into a deep sleep about it. So this is something that very well you might have covered up because it was painful. It was painful not to be accepted for that fiery being that you are. That does not have to be a shadow. You can bring that out and illuminate it and use it. And let's look at this focus here. Right. Focusing on your worth and your value. Don't let somebody else decide what your worth and your value are. That's your job. You get to decide that. I mean, ultimately, you don't get to decide that. The universe decided that. Your higher self decided that. Your personality self gets to decide to see it and use it and be aware of it. This program has to do with somebody telling you falsely about your worth. That's where that scarcity comes in. There's a program running that's saying, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve all this power, all this fire. But of course you do, because if you didn't, you couldn't even be it. And you are fire. All right, Aries, let's take a look at this Two of Fire in your release. This is choosing one thing over another, releasing one thing. And here's the Magician. It's choosing one thing over another. This is what brings all the alchemy together. This is what helps you magnetize and manifest to you. Choosing one thing over the other. What is the thing? It's okay. So here's the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is choosing to be in motion or choosing to be halted. Choosing to use your fire or choosing to take your fire away from something. This is how you are focusing your energy. All right. So this is pretty literal. It's like unplugging from something, halting from something versus putting all of your energy to one thing. when we put all of our energy on one thing, it grows, more of it comes into our field. So there's something that you are focusing on that you need to drop like a hot potato. And then there's something else that needs your attention. This can very well be a relationship. This can be very well pulling a relationship into you. It can be having something work seamlessly, masculine and feminine energy, the hologram of wholeness. There's something that wants to be alchemized here, that wants to be manifested. And yeah, I'm hearing it's your journey in strength. It's your journey in strength. It's your journey in personal power. What you are willing to do, but also what you are capable of, that opening up and you being able to receive it. I have resistance to not talking to my higher self, not getting messages from my higher self. And here's the Eight of Cups reversed again. There's this, and this is saying that I have resistance to not moving on, yet up here in present time, I'm having conflict moving on. So let's get some more up here. I want to move on, but I'm having a hard time doing it. I'm trying to give it up to the universe. I'm trying to surrender and be in the flow. Something happened that was justice in the past. Here's the Ace of Cups. I feel like you know exactly what it is that you want. This can be the relationship, a relationship, the one that you're wanting to bring in. This King of Cups, I feel like they're coming in and they're projecting onto you. This realization could be the justice that has happened in the past. The understanding of what this love feels like, that could be the justice of what happened in the past. What's happening right now, the projection, that's not aligning with what you're wanting to do with all this manifesting. So let's take a look at this conflict of releasing this thing. Yeah, you're like, I'm not ready to walk through the rite of passage yet. What's keeping you from walking through? The decision. I have to make a decision. I have to make a decision about betrayal in the past. There's some kind of past betrayal, and I have to make a decision about it. And somehow the clock is ticking. Somehow this is the time that I have to make a decision, and I'm having a hard time with it. And I'm just wanting to go into hermit mode, healthy self-reflection, which is not a bad idea. Here we have the Four of Swords, and this is like some deep, deep meditation, seeking the answers from within. How do I do this? And this is about manifestation. When I ask, how do you go about doing this, releasing what you need to release? This is about looking forward into the future and manifesting into the future. You've already manifested some things that are coming to you. And those things that are going to show up, they're going to give you a better idea about how to release this thing in the past. I want to say this. It could be releasing a relationship. It could be releasing this person, but it also could be releasing the way you are dealing with this person. You are coming in as the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. That's a divine pair. So when it comes to the relationship, because of course you came in as the Queen of Wands energy down here. When it comes to this relationship, you're not getting what you need. This very well could be about how you deal with that. You can deal with it differently. You can release, this can be releasing how you're dealing with the situation is what I'm saying. Not necessarily releasing the person. I want to know about this Nine of Wands reversed. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This is keeping you in distraction. And as long as you're in distraction, you're not balanced, you're not focusing on one thing. If you're focusing on several things, in this particular situation, you're watering down your fire, you're watering down your energy. So there is a need to not be distracted. There is a need to commit to something that you want to commit to and focus solely on it. It feels really, I feel the will. I feel like will energy. You're wanting to will something. Part of that's working for you, but part of it's allowing the universe to work with you as well. And either way, focusing on too many things is watering down this beeline energy. We're needing to take the cups away. Whatever's trying to put your fire out, you're needing to move away from that. Because your fire is what's coming up that wants to be nurtured. Here are the cups. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. It's like when you get rid of whatever it is that's putting your fire out, you get a new offer. You get a new present. This is a new house. This is a new car. This is a new opportunity for something tangible. This is money. This is resources. When you start using your fire and really focusing that energy, this is an amazing, solid, safe, but also this is exciting, but it's a brand new start in something. Okay. I want to look at this messages of love, oracle cards. What is going on here around this relationship? I feel like there's a lot going on around this relationship, and yet I feel like a lot of this has to do with you and what you want to do and what you're manifesting. The thing that you're manifesting is not even necessarily a relationship, but the relationship is affecting what you're manifesting. The first card I get is retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Get your fire back. Oh my God, time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. So there's definitely some needing to get into your own energy. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. I really feel like that's what's going on here. It's like there's justice that happened in the past that might not feel like justice, but in actuality, there's something that happened in order to show you what you're made of. And that doesn't always feel awesome, but that was something that you needed to know. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Obstacles. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. Those are the programs. I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not capable. Release those. Up to children. Children are important in this partnership. It's possible that children are literally important in this partnership, but this could also be new things, new beginnings needing to come out and protected. You are safe and divinely guided. There's so much safety here in your outcome. All right, I want to look at this angel oracle, romance oracle. What do your angels and guides want to tell you, Aries? Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I want to look at energy that you don't see coming in the next week or week and a half, 2 weeks. Energy that you don't see coming, what to be ready for. House. Despair. Unexpected income. And distant horizons. Here's the deal. So what I'm seeing here is the house. This can be literally a house. If you're buying a house, this can be a house because it's a tangible thing. But this is also about safety and being at home and being safe. And where you have felt despair, I think this is about also being in a relationship where you felt comfortable in a relationship and something kind of knocks you out of your center. And then you come back and you're like, oh, unexpected income. You get filled up unexpectedly again. So it's like, there's definitely this going back and forth business. But then this distant horizons is about manifesting into the future. This is the ship coming in, but it's building longevity. So this is my point here. Something that feels like desperation having to do with safety actually builds the path for longevity. It's like recognizing some weaknesses in order to build the bridge or fix whatever that was, fix the cracks in the foundation in order to manifest forward into the future. And It might even be unexpected. Somebody might want to work with you that you don't think wants to work with you. That King of Cups who's projecting onto you, this would be them unexpectedly having an epiphany and then starting to work with you and you building together. That is a possibility. However, I feel so much that there are two things going on here because you are manifesting something for yourself. And then there's also this relationship thing happening at the same time. This one keeps wanting to come up. Yep. And here's the Lovers. I don't feel like this relationship is over if there is a separation or an issue. The retreat and time apart and acceptance about who everybody is and what their limitations are. There are obstacles, but there's patience that needs to happen here. It's more like there are cracks that need to be filled up in the foundation, that need to be healed in the foundation, and it somehow makes it stronger. Part of this is you figuring out what those things are that are running in your mind, because that's affecting everything. It's affecting how you're letting someone come toward you, and it's also affecting how you're manifesting. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. Let me know how that resonated. Tell me what's going on with you, and I'll be back in a couple of days for October. Bye, Aries.